Last thing before we go tonight, a young woman in Texas who showed more bravery than we see from our elected representatives these days. Her name is Paxton Smith, and she was valedictorian of her class at Lake Highlands High School in the Dallas suburbs. She submitted her valedictory speech. It was on the subject of the media. She submitted it to school administrators, and it was pre-approved, but she didn't deliver that speech. Instead, she pulled what is called in academia a switcheroo and spoke about a new anti-abortion law in Texas, which is the most severe in the United States.
Recently, the heartbeat bill was passed in Texas. Starting in September, there will be a ban on abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy, regardless of whether the pregnancy was a result of rape or incest. 6 weeks. That's all women get. And so before they realize, most of them don't realize that they're pregnant by 6 weeks. So before they have a chance to decide if they are emotionally, physically, and financially stable enough to carry out a full-term pregnancy, before they have the chance to decide if they can take on the responsibility of bringing another human being into the world, that decision is made for them by a stranger. A decision that will affect the rest of their lives is made by a stranger. I have dreams and hopes and ambitions. Every girl graduating today does. And we have spent our entire lives working towards our future. And without our input and without our consent, our control over that future has been stripped away from us. I am terrified that if my contraceptives fail, I am terrified that if I am raped, then my hopes and aspirations and dreams and efforts for my future will no longer matter. I hope that you can feel how gut-wrenching that is. I hope you can feel how dehumanizing it is to have the autonomy over your own body taken away from you. And I cannot give up this platform to promote complacency and peace when there is a war on my body and a war on my rights, a war on the rights of your mothers, a war on the rights of your sisters, a war on the rights of your daughters. We cannot stay silent. Thank you.
It is unlikely the class of 21 will forget their graduation. For her part, Paxton Smith is headed to the University of Texas, specifically UT Austin. And then, who knows, maybe she'll run for something. And perhaps she knows the story of another Texan, a former professor at UT Austin named Sarah Weddington, who, as a young lawyer 4 years out of UT Law School, successfully argued Roe versus Wade before the U.S. Supreme Court, which made the right to an abortion the law of the land back in 1973. That, for us, is our broadcast for this Wednesday night, with our thanks for being here with us.